Hi everyone, today we have a new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about fresh release from ICM. So this is an aircraft kit, and we have here a 148 scale model, so it's a Bristol Beaufort Mark 1A with RAF pilots. So it might be quite an interesting, I would say, basis for some diorama, because we have the figurines, we have the aircraft, and maybe even torpedo is included here. So you get all of the necessary things. You just need to find some airfield base, and that would be quite enough for quite simple yet nicely looking diorama. And that's why I decided to take a closer look. So this kit number 48313, that's the final shape of this release, and you'll get exactly the same stuff if you order it, for example, from Modelimex webshop. Here you can see comparison with my hand. Box art is quite nice, but this is, I would say, somewhat traditional feature of ICM kits. And here you can also see some safety information, address of the manufacturer, and history note and information about the kit. So it's written here that we have 240 parts for aircraft, 30 parts for 5 figurines, and that's pretty much all. Wingspan will be 368 millimeters, by the way. On the opposite side, you can find one marking option for the aircraft, and let's say the profiles for those guys, which are depicted also on the box art. But in order to open this box, I need to cut through the these stickers, so it will take a bit of time. In the meantime, I can remind you that we also reviewed the previous releases, so in case you are interested in the sole release of this aircraft, just type in the name and you'll find our videos as well. And of course, if you would like to support us with those video reviews, then you can place a donation with help of large red button on our website, and it's done via PayPal, so it's quite quick and safe, and some of you are already helping us. This is actually giving me a chance to get some of the kits which would be really difficult to get without your help, so I really appreciate it, and thank you for this support, because without you it would be a completely difficult and different result. So I am trying to open this box. It's a tight fitment because of this top lid, which is not providing any protection whatsoever, but it is used in order to have some colors on the box, while this white cardboard box is actually protecting the parts. And here's what we have inside. As you can see, all the parts are packed into one resealable plastic bag. So what we are going to do right now is to move this box to the side and open the first plastic bag with the plastic parts for the aircraft. So first of all, here we have the sprue with letter C, and as you can see, this one is dedicated to the fuselage house. We also have the engine gondolas, and everything looks quite nice in my opinion, so there are no complaints on the quality whatsoever. The only thing is that with some items you have to be careful. For example, those engine gondolas, as you can see, they're glued out of 2 holes. We have the guiding pins inside, but still you have to be careful with this. And note also nice internal features in some of the parts, so it's not like ICM tries to skip such stuff. They are nicely detailed from both sides. Next, we continue with the sprue F2. Here we have some parts for the gunner turret, and those are mostly small parts. For example, here you can see comparison with my fingertip, so be careful while separating them. Other than that, I do not see any issues whatsoever. Next, we continue with the sprue, D. It's written here. So we have here the engine cooling flaps. We also have the front section of the cooling. Again, those frontal sections should be glued out of 2 holes, which is not that cool in my opinion, but it's doable if you have some good skills in the sending parts to the smooth connection. Here again you can see some guiding pins, so it's again a well thought design, and the overall plastic age is not that big, I would say. It was presented relatively recently, so that's why we have a lot of smart design solutions which might be handy in this large size. And by the way, we were talking about the torpedo, so it is included here together with the special trolley, so you can place it behind or beside the aircraft, and it would be a quite nice addition. And of course you don't have to use this item. You can keep it for your some of the future projects. It's already your decision. Next, we continue with the sprue E. So here you can see the engine parts and also one-piece propeller. So everything looks quite fine. We have the landing gear wheels here in the middle. It's really cool that ICM decided to include both engines. So maybe it would be also nice to expose one of them on the finished model. After all, it's a 1/48 scale kit. So such thing will be noticeable on the finished model. And next we have the clear sprue, so I will move this one to this side. So clear sprue, as you can see, is molded in a quite nice quality. We have canopy parts. I'm not sure if we will get the masking templates here, so we get usually we get the masking template in the assembly manual, so we will have to check it. As for the fuselage halves, they can be found on the sprue A. As you can see, both are molded together with the tail fins, so it's just a matter of joining them together and installing the rudder. Nose section obviously is separate because here it is clear, but we have really nice interior features, these ribbed surfaces, and of course we have the guiding pins here and there, so it's also quite a handy thing. And just to give you an idea about the size, here is comparison with my hand. So it's not that small aircraft, even though when you see twin engine aircraft you expect a bigger size, and here it's surprisingly compact, I would say. Next we continue with wings. So here each side should be glued out of two hulls, quite a classic design, I would say. Maybe it would be a good idea to have some reinforcement inside, but it's already your decision whether you are confident in the original plastic design or you would like to reinforce it with something inside. Next, we also have the separate plastic bag for those figurines of the RAF pilots. So here you can see that we get a quite nice parts design. We have also good sculpting, so it should look good for this size. And with some careful painting, you will definitely get a good looking figurines. Again, you don't have to use all of them, so you can use some of those pilots to be placed beside the aircraft, and that would be more than enough for some projects. Next, we continue with the decals. So they are hidden in the assembly manual, so just give me a moment, I will take them out. There is no mention where they are printed, but the printing quality looks fine. We have also some dials here for the instrument panel, but in case you would like to have more features on your aircraft, including the seat belts, then definitely go for PE parts, because they will provide you a bit better features. There is also the, I would say, already traditional small ad for the paints from ICM. As you can see, there is already a large choice of these paints, so definitely give it a try if you can order them, because they are useful both with a brush and airbrush, and I also tried them in some of my builds. That's why I'm saying it for sure that they are really good in our hobby. Next, we continue with the assembly manual. So here we have a typical format. As you can see, it's a large color printed brochure. We have the parts map here, and inside we also have this insert for the figurines. As you can see, this one is a bit simpler because no history note, only parts map, colors chart, and then we have the assembly manual, which is combined together with the marking guide. But this is somewhat traditional for figurines from ICM. Next, we continue with another page of the parts map. Note that some parts will stay untouched. We start assembly with the interior. So here you will have to think through how to paint all of these parts, because some of them will be really difficult to reach after you join the fuselage halves together. And by the way, we were talking about the wing support. So as you can see, the original design actually offers this large spars, and I know some modders actually say that it is enough, but I'm usually suggesting to drill through the special slot for installing the metal rod, but it's already your decision, as I said before. Here, by the way, on this page you can see the process of installation, the clear parts. Next, we continue with the tail surfaces. There are plenty of halves to be joined together, because these parts are thick, so that's the only way to replicate it. Next, we continue with the landing gear. So as I said before, if you have a chance to get the resin replacement for this, definitely go for it, because these resin wheels, I mean, the landing gear wheels, they are quite large and they will be noticeable once you replace them on your model. Next, we have the engine assembly. So here you can see that even though it is assembled without the cowling will be installed on the next stages, and manufacturer does not suggest any possible options with open calling, you have to do it yourself if you would like to expose one of the engines. Next, we continue also with assembly options, so you can open the bomb bay or close it. It will be up to you which one you choose. As you can see, you can also install the torpedo. Next, we have some of the external elements. Here we have antennas for the marking options 1, 3, and 4. And here we have the assembly guide for the torpedo. We have the masking template, which is really cool. With this complex canopy, it's definitely a useful thing. Next, we have first marking option, second and third marking options, and here's the fourth one. I would say those are coming from the previous, let's say, sole release. As you can see, the kit number is here, 48311, while today we are reviewing 313. But anyway, this kit should be already available, and as I said in the beginning, it's a really cool combo of several sets in one box. And of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion. Do not forget to write it here in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.